Divorce doesn't just end a marriage, it breaks you. And before it rebuilds you, and it can rebuild you, it takes you through a process that nobody prepares you for. I didn't know what was happening to me when I was going through it. I didn't have a map. I didn't have anyone sitting me down saying, hey, what you're feeling right now has no name. What you're doing right now makes sense. You're not losing your mind. So that's what this video is about. It's the map I wish that I had. These are the 5 stages I went through in my divorce, my real life experience, not a textbook, and I'm going to walk you through every single one of them. Here's something that might surprise you about the denial stage. For me, it didn't start when the divorce started. It started way before that. It started when the marriage was falling apart and I refused to see it. These things were really bad, and I just kept telling myself they weren't. I told myself we were fine. I told myself every couple goes through patches. I told myself divorce was something that happened to other people, not to us and not to me. I denied that we had a marriage with problems. I denied how serious things had gotten. I denied that the divorce could ever actually happen to me. And by the time reality caught up, I had already lost so much time. I could have spent actually doing something about it. Denial feels like protection, but it's really just a delay. And the longer you stay in it, the harder everything that comes after it becomes. When the divorce actually started, that's when the anger hit me. And I mean, it hit. I was furious, not just at the situation, at the fact that we couldn't figure it out because we made vows. We stood up in front of everyone we loved, and we promised each other in good times and in bad. You know, we said we would work through the hard stuff. That's what we committed to. And I couldn't understand how 2 people who made the promise to each other could just end up here. I was angry that we couldn't fix it. I was angry that the vows meant something to me somehow that still wasn't enough. I was angry at her. I was angry at myself. I was angry at everything. And that anger, it just lives with you. It follows you everywhere. You can't seem to put it down. Then the writing was on the wall. The divorce was happening. And that's when, you know, the desperation started to set in, because underneath all of that anger, there was still a part of me that believed maybe I could save it. So I would have done anything. I said things I wouldn't normally say or do. I made promises I wasn't sure I could even keep. I was working every single angle I could to think of trying to find a way through this. I even started confiding in people, my family, that I would never normally go to with something like this. And I wanted to be honest with you. Looking back, that was the wrong move. When you're bargaining, you're not thinking clearly. You're desperate, and desperation leads to places and people that can actually make things worse, not better. The hardest thing about bargaining is that it feels like you're doing something, like you're fighting for what you had, but in reality, you're just fighting reality. And reality always wins. And when the bargaining stopped working, the desperation moved in. And this is the stage I want to talk about most honestly, because I think it's the one that can actually kill you. I started drinking heavily. The partying got out of control. The one-night stands, I was just doing anything I could and everything to numb what I was feeling, to numb the denial, the anger, the bargaining, all of it. When none of that works, you just want to stop feeling it. And I found ways to stop feeling it. But here's what I didn't realize at the time. I was killing myself. slowly, but I was on a path I would have not survived. If I had kept living that way, the way I was living, I would have not been here right now making this video. That's not an exaggeration. That's an absolute truth. And I think some of you watching this right now know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you're in it right now. Maybe you're using something, alcohol, women, whatever it is, just to get through the day without feeling the full weight of what's happening to you. I see you. I was you. And I need you to hear me say this. Please don't wait until you're rock bottom to ask for help. I almost didn't make it back. Don't let this be your story. Acceptance didn't come easy for me. And I want to be clear about that, because I think people talk about acceptance like it just arrives one day. Like you woke up and you're all okay. That's not how it worked for me. I had to get through the desperation. I had to get through that first. I had to actually face what was happening inside of me before any acceptance was possible. You cannot heal what you're actively running from. I learned that the hard way. My rock bottom came when I finally looked at my life. And honestly, I understood that path I was on had a bad ending. I was going to die, not dramatically and not all at once, just slowly by my own stupid choices every single day. And in the moment, I had a decision to make: die or get over this. And I chose to get over it. Brought me back was my faith. I came back to believing that God put me on this earth for a reason. And I realized that life's challenges, the painful ones, the ones that bring you to your knees, those are what builds the man. That's what builds strength. That's what builds character and integrity. And you don't get those things when life easily. You get them by surviving the hard stuff and choosing to grow from it. I knew the person I was becoming wasn't me. I knew that my life had a purpose, and I was letting the depression destroy that purpose. I was ruining what I was put on earth to do by letting that define me. The moment I truly accepted what had happened was the moment I started becoming the man I was supposed to be. If you're somewhere in these 5 stages right now, I need you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not weak. You're going through something that is generally one of the hardest things a man can face. Proof of it. I was on the other side of this, the wrong side, and I chose my way back, and so can you. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're at right now. I read every one of them, and if this helped you feel even a little less alone today, share it with someone who might need it. I'll see you on the next one.